Abugani nchao me ba cho ya Dabo akoka be kan santeman ama sese ni de o Votarians be adwa on social media che say omo blast asantefo gidi left right and center. And I feel like a normal what I say, oh yeah, Santinia, me patch video you might be triggered. And of course, it's understandable say obey triggered because the comments and then some more can edit here asantefo based on that your double video no very distasteful. And I think say yeah to my so far you share many too late. And I be normal man penifo because asantefo ne did wo munti enye hwe. But hardly will you see say Asantini be better phone on social media unprovoked. Ubi anye no started attacking the other tribes be for no reason. But ebe no mama other tribes ni bimu for no reason for the little excuse on binyam it me attacking the entire tribe. Edi Asantefo atem all because omadwin of form and they feel like omo ye inferior already. In fact, because say utimi attack Asantefo for petty reasons like this, the entire tribe atema, it is an admission say indeed one ankasa no utimi admit it to inferiority complex, all right? Now, ya Dabo if you do be okoye, ama Votarians be eja. Now so far there are 3 people amehua. I say omo habitual Asantephobias on social media. One of them recently me in a story Edema our channel we asked okay when the South Africa evacuation there is a woman here with me criticize say adintina majority of the instructions say the South Africa Ghana for no South Africa yet me more instructions as to how we evacuate omo edomama Ghana no adintina ye say instruction no mostly into Ujai. There is that woman in fact one kasa so ho bom e was ansem ene me de every match say omo yamasantefo easy. There are others on social media who go through omo page any omo post ahodo make here. I say a omo trade crafter omo ye. And sometimes I feel like it is a strategy for them to build their page. Because I say the moment omo ebeye the anti-Asante narratives nesa Asantephobia that sentiment no e boost you omo and that is the reason why mostly omo ko to eye de omo ye no. Now ni ya Dabo video bi anka is supposed to be a harmless video, but enipa bi think the other way and obia ni how was Jennifer. This particular video is ya Dabo. Now I don't know the reason why as a man for feel say obi feel proud of the background, the culture, the tribe, any the history as a trigger binum. Obviously, in this video, this is what Dabo tried to do. Or Santini, obviously, and Dabo you be would they have grown Bibia to you be fluent in English. And at any point, no he would prefer say, many panel who mobile list, wait me a catchy, be at wait me at an. And this is typically what Dabo ni kuma would form Bibiomo eye, lewe money a day, even if what a brofono crana or prefer the chi no more because that is where he feels so comfortable. And so ya Dabo me a video we could pay the Ghana Black Stars a camp and okushia some players be on in no did in komoye some reactions 1 or 2 be it was supposed to be fun but amanphobia feel triggered and the Votarians almost feel triggered this video more mudi ya Dabo atma maybe as far as antimani nyina is because enipa ya Dabo ni feature video no na amomo feel offended no yes, or some airway route and I say voter background be and so almost feel offended say adintina ya Dabo ko kan che nipa say onkechi asem ni nyina ni I was a video ni briefly me ba metro comment ahodo ene nsem a these people atim didie enye easy ene omo ya Asantefo na was a tie ya Dabo ko kan ye ene ba bi omo ewo issues no
Exercise. Kachi. Semenyo. Kachi. Nesi kachi. What did you? Kachi. What's all so to tree?
So that is about the Ghana Black Stars camp in the ongoing World Cup 2026 Ekosiisen Ewes near the Addo PM Eno and baby omo feel triggered is the fact that at the intina ya Dabo no kushia Antoine Semenyo na ultimate him say onkechi enu anyway ebusua. Now, based on that video, no, these are some reactions. If you votarians who will be on social media, there could be more. I be a mean but in this particular instance, at the time of making this video, the main post plus comment I hold on any easy. Now, this woman, your friend Ebo Delali, the reaction I will make here, Yadabu video, no more say. I've avoided tribal talks for years, but this needs saying. As someone who has been a victim of this idiocy, what do I say? So according to her, Yadabo catcher Antoine Semenyo say onkechi, is an idiocy to this person. Let me break my silence. Semenyo's parents are both Ewe. He has spent most of his life in England. I wouldn't be surprised if he cannot speak Ewe. Okay? Yet somehow, because he's Ghanaian, people expect him to speak Chi. For years, we have been told we are not Ghanaian enough because we don't speak Chi. We've been questioned, mocked, or made to feel like outsiders simply because our first language is Ewe, Ga, Dagbani, Nzema, Frafra, Dagare, Gonja, Kasim, or any of the many other Ghanaian languages. Semenyo, Ontichi, that is Ukuti Adabo say. Trying to shame a non-account for not knowing how to speak a language that is not his. And if you look at the video, meaning baby Hayadabo, try say or the shame Antoine Semenyo say, Adi intina onkechi. But then you see say Yadabo person or kechi because I know na Yadabo no etiase on table of ni. And even if Antoine Semenyo cry come for krana, it even comes with an accent. And mostly these people, I feel like a hatred because wherever you become the way Chi automatically will be as you say Asante for, and then they start the attacks with Asante, no mudi Asante for them. But one thing is will be as when say Chi nkwa the way Chi any limited to Asante nkwa, yeni Asante nkwa Chi. You were part of Chi Asante. There is a part of Chi for Nzema. There are other forms of Chi. Just like English, you were the British, you were the US, the American accent English, or the others. But anytime in Ghana, a Chi biano, nebimu affiliate trigger, no be attack Asante for. And Saha and Etwaso. Or say trying to shame a non-account for not knowing how to speak a language that is not his. When we call out their BS, which is bullshit, we are misdiagnosed of suffering from inferiority complex. You have those who will come and trivialize the issue. It's not that serious. So we don't play with you people. Do you know the number of times we have also experienced him? The problem isn't that some of us don't speak Chi. The problem is the assumption that speaking Chi is the benchmark for being Ghanaian. It never has been. So we issue ne say, or see Adabo ekatre Antoine Semenyo say onkechi, is Adabo trying to force the Chi, on Antoine Semenyo. And then access will be in country you feel say nipa nenye Ghanaian enough, and that as Chi abe the benchmark for every Ghanaian says and so this is what the amano affiliate triggered. And oko ne comment I say attacks a go up and just say omode elbow adwen easy. Then some comments say a handful of unrefined people in a certain corner of Ghana think that the most popular language known in and outside Ghana should not be spoken because of their unreasonable and backward tribalism, born out of hatred and envy against the Akans, especially the Ashantis. What makes you people think that your Togo language should be recognized like the Chi language, which is recognized by many countries as Ghanaian language? And we say, I do more than this. I won't compromise at all. Either we speak ever or forever English, or not so say, or no votary. Se ushia no one can ever kasa any English na so be switch back in different Ghanaian language there lalai. And the conversation goes on. Ena woman we a friend of Mamaga Seram or say, when I meet any Ghanaian anywhere in the world, we speak English till we get to know each other. If we are familiar with each other's local language, we flow. That is how civilized people act. Those who made it clear with humility to me that they cannot communicate either English or ever get a pardon. I try their local language if I can. If I can't, we part ways. But coming up to me with force to speak your tongue is wild and disrespectful. I've heard several ever speaking ever, and I quickly say hello to them in Montreal. When others also hear me speaking, they say hello, and we have a hearty conversations. But forcing others to speak your language, no, it's an abomination. Desist now. We are Ewiawu. Don't trade your heritage for any alien language. Be conscious and hold thy heritage high. Anyway, Mamaga Seram say, oh no, we a Votarian, a proud one at that. And that only me ends on any Votarian Kasa, a man feel comfortable and proud, no, Emeko obedience, so she won't vote a Kasa, Edia, then either some me Muka English, and won't be English there, and no one Kasa. So for her, it's okay for her to, go by the ever or English. What I say? But for your Dabo to say, or not to feel comfortable in chi, and that Ubin Kechi in Chernum, a big problem, Emma Mamaga. And then Mamaga Koyas Akotre say, on our land borders, English and Ewe are the acceptable languages, not alien tongues. Speak your language only. So to her, English is not alien to her, but then chi, alien, Emano. And this is the mindset of Ubia, Ufisa, or civilized enough. Or no one Mamaga say, say, Ghana was a destination for education till these three people started invading the capital, Accra. See the international disgrace. So, Mamaga now. And then a comment says, psychology and sociology studies indicate a link between low self-esteem and prejudiced behaviors, like out-group derogation or prejudice. When individuals struggle with feelings of inadequacy, they may target other groups as a coping mechanism to protect their social identity and temporarily boost their self-worth. We will be a fire Mama Gana say. The way now feel say we are proud and that we are in a sabin what you say. A inferiority complex and a show musa but with three move you say who make a point to be a now say and support you because this is what makes you feel good. So let me actually say whatever language, any English language, the two languages are all recognizing. And as we've been so forcing it, any force, any own panel. That is inferiority complex. A will be also low self-esteem and a behavior. And we'll be saying, blaming an entire ethnic group for the country's challenge is not only unfair, it's intellectually lazy. So this is somebody reacting to Mama Ghana and some say, Ghana was intellectually one until the chief for the invaded Accra, the capital, and all that, and the Ethiopia international disgrace. We say blaming an entire ethnic group for the country's challenges is not only unfair, it's intellectually lazy. Or to also say, Ghana's progress has always been built by people from every tribe: Akanga, Ewe, Dagomba, Fante, Ashanti, Nzema, Gonja, and many others. If there is a problem with our education system or governance, let's discuss it with facts instead of promoting tribal hatred. Our diversity is one of Ghana's greatest strengths, not its weakness. We will be reaction of Mamaga Seram no concerning that post will make here against the Ashantis say na Ghana intellectual until say Asante for no the Akan people started invading the capital. And Mamaga Koya Sabetre say village life, Kofi, forcing their language on Ghanaians every damn time. When we ask them to learn national languages, they refuse to commit and have become national problems. This is what they do each time in the country. And when we fight them back, they begin to cry and wail. So you can tell us what the hatred or war. And then in reaction to this, you will be say, good observation. Sorry that you feel bad about it, and I perfectly understand you. Now, this is somebody reacting to Magraheb. A post will make it as a hassle one country. If you say when you're Ghanaian, and that she has become the benchmark for a true Ghanaian. And so almost one country in there, be issue be no Ghanaian, so Ghanaian, I won't teach you, Ghanaian, I won't teach you. No, Ubi reaction they say, I want to face be pain. In the background, say, as an Asante man who is married to an Ewe woman, I'm very concerned about this issue because I don't want my children to be victims someday because they can't speak Chi or Ewe. Sometimes I'm reluctant in commenting on it because of how one's thoughts or views can be easily misinterpreted or misconstrued. But forgive me, I may be wrong. I see this assertion to be some way. Is it really true that for years, we have been told that we are not Ghanaians enough because we don't speak Chi. Is this truly the experience of every or many or most non-Chi speaking Ghanaians? And is this really the attitude of many or most Chi speaking Ghanaians? I may be wrong, but don't you think we sometimes overgeneralize this assertion? Could it also be the case that people like Dabo may be making these disturbingly sensitive remarks not from a place of malice or ill intention, but probably because of their ignorance on the effect of such mindset or attitude? Inti we Peter Owusu ansa ne dia otimi etwetwe bi se bisan se ase omo monka twi no se de mo feel se omo ye Ghanaian enough e na omo nso omo ka twi no enso feel se aso omo ye Ghana for bro so but omo feel say ya Dabo nsem no kind wasn't out of malice wan he da anye twi because of also twi on obi is because ya Dabo might feel ignorance say ensem na all can we nim say be trigger a group bi. Maybe Dabo, according to this man, say Dabo might have done that out of a goodwill, not like or intention be because of for Chi on Obi. And mind you, Dabo is either a fluent in Chi and as a be a brofu want to be a DJ channel. So there will never be a point where Dabo be sure we can't change and say, Koka Votarian Kasa Chreme. Because meant in the what be the point in me calling for you to speak ever to me. And amount for feeling triggered, amount for issues with it. A whole lot of people would post a whole comment a whole and will be said on Mamagakroya post say, so your whole identity is hating Ashantis. Such a pity. These days, stupidity quite sells, so I could understand. Let's see if it's sustainable. There is no group or individual who has survived on hatred. In any case, who cares if your stupid mouth don't speak Chi? It doesn't change anything. It won't change your cultural inferiority mindset. In one breath, speaking Chi makes you unintelligent, yet you want to speak your Ewe. In another breath, you are so pained that Chi has become the de facto national language by Chi speakers, making sure they speak their language. If Gans could not do away with the Ashantis, what makes you think expressing your stupidity wrapped in hatred could? Even if the Ashantis were to be West people known to mankind, would that change the fortunes of Volta region? Chi is alien, but English is not from any part of Africa. Is the go-to language. Majority of Ghanaians have some level of Chi. You speak English not because it's your language, but for some hateful reasons, it is an abomination to speak Chi. Nobody has a problem if you speak your language. The problem is about your bitterness about Chi speaking. Instead of galvanizing hatred for Ashantis, why don't you solicit support for social issues in Volta? Probably your kind who come here to praise you with their weak brains would support. One white guy in Times Square, where do you come from? Me, I'm from Ghana. White guy, it's saying, me, hey yo, have you been to Ghana before? White guy, no, I haven't. Me, I bet you and your like would have fainted from this interaction. English people of Ghana. Now this is Dedakia, Obo na adwe mama maka say. Asa won wabra bonu wi ase oba ye nyina de ma feel fulfilled. They say all time asantefo. And it's a pity. Because at the end, a man who feels that whatever any English no can a good will be so can it chi dia and yet will be promoting it here. It's wrong, it's an abomination to you, but you deciding to go with whatever language, and you okay, mom. What I say, some childish ideology be a doubt team say, will be decided say, oh, promoting it chi casa, or say, or harasso, or say, or for so, I say, in a way, be answer. A tiny or tiny say, Asante Casani Chi, Nankasane, when he say, Kake. And we are the key, a war bonadrin edemano. Then this lady, this is the very same woman during the South Africa evacuation. Me video man so bonadrin, Sardinti, Akokechi, or and that a whole lot no. Obra said that Aziza boy pressing Semenyo to speak Chi by force. What was he thinking? And a whole lot of every language, which of course you could tell, say, Neni Jemo with Dabo Ensem. And then what we did a little chess, you say, when a Voltarian Casa Aziza is like you're a dwarf. And this woman on her page goes on to post the Dabo video with some dwarf like caricature image be a dante trying to mock Dabo say, Sebi, or your motia and all for Suchi. I mean, this is Mami Penia when you know. And that is what they are doing there. Anyway, your comments, ne reactions, I hope are ever from Dabo, video or make here. Now, social media, I put these pages, or more comments, I say, it was easy. the heat is there. Yeah, just a man for ball margin, a man for ball counter, or also air ball back, a whole lot, and air coso. And this is where we are as a country, a man for feel trigger say, Dabo, wherever he is trying to push a tree. As a Ubin trying to cheat man on one say, Ubieja. I was away, and some of what you are no comment section meeting, Edisi, and first someone subscribe to the channel, so they drop a video, I'll be update.